In this video, we're going to build a modern text-to-speech web application using only HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The app allows users to convert text into natural-sounding speech, choose different voices, and control rate, pitch, volume, and playback. No libraries, no frameworks, just clean front-end logic and a real browser API. Now let's start with the HTML structure. The goal here is not styling or logic, but defining what the user can see and interact with. We wrap everything inside a main container to keep the layout centered and consistent. Inside it, we use a card layout to visually group the entire application. At the top, we add a clear title and a short description so users immediately understand what the app does. For text input, we use a textria instead of a normal input field. This makes it easier to work with longer text, paragraphs, or pasted content. Next, we create a control section. This section holds all the speech configuration options. We add a voice selector, which will be populated dynamically based on the voices available in the browser. Then we add sliders for rate, pitch, and volume. Sliders are intuitive and give users fine-grained control over how the speech sounds. Below that, we add action buttons. The speak button starts the text-to-speech process. Pause and resume allow playback control without restarting. Stop completely cancels the speech and resets the state. Finally, we add a status element. This gives real-time feedback such as speaking, paused, completed, or errors, which improves user experience. Now we move to JavaScript, where the real functionality happens. We start by connecting to the browser's speech synthesis API. Because available voices depend on the user's system, we load them dynamically and insert them into the dropdown. This ensures the app works correctly across different browsers and operating systems. We track the current speech state so we can manage pause, resume, and stop actions reliably. When the user clicks the Speak button, we first validate the input to avoid empty requests. Any existing speech is canceled before starting a new one, preventing overlap. We then create a new speech utterance using the user's text and apply the selected voice and settings. Event handlers allow us to respond when speech starts, ends, pauses, or encounters an error. The interface updates automatically to reflect the current state, disabling or enabling buttons as needed. Pause and resume let the user control playback smoothly. Stop cancels speech completely and resets the UI. We also add a keyboard shortcut so advanced users can trigger speech quickly. Now let's move to the CSS. Here, the focus is clarity, comfort, and feedback, not decoration. We start with a global reset to avoid browser inconsistencies. The background uses a soft gradient to separate the app visually from the page. We center the application using Flexbox, which keeps the layout simple and responsive. The card design creates a clear focal point, with rounded corners and shadow to add depth. Spacing and typography are chosen to keep the interface readable and relaxed. The text tree and controls are styled to feel clean and modern, with clear focus states. Sliders and buttons are customized so they feel interactive instead of default. Each button has a visual role. Primary actions stand out, secondary actions are subtle, and destructive actions are clearly marked. The status message changes color depending on what's happening, turning system feedback into a visual language. Media queries ensure the app works smoothly on tablets and mobile devices without redesigning the layout.